Light titanium, also known as the LT, is a buildable fixed length, internally rigged format outrigger. You have 3 sections of carbon fiber. This is one of the top sections. This is what the tip would go into. Tips are in 2 colors. So our standard colors are both this carbon fiber twill or a white. These are machined, very lightweight, but still the strength that we need. So I'll throw that on the scale for you. Coming down from the top of the pole, you get to your long rigger exit. Check out the craftsmanship from Spector Titanium. Look at the weld there. That is a weld. That is not a rivet. Indestructible, self-lubricating. Halyard exit. That's your long rigger. So as I said, you'd have your tip here, you have your top section, your exit would be here. But what we have here to cover the transition between this and the next section, which is slightly larger in diameter, is a trim ring machined just so that it can cover a transition. If you stuck this into the larger diameter and you had a kite line across that, or a teaser line, or even a main line from a fishing rod, you won't have anything to worry about as far as chafe goes. Here's the white version of that. Throw that on the scale. And at the bottom of this top section, we have a bushing. You'll see there's some unique stuff going on here with this. I'm going to show you how this works. While we're weighing in on what makes things so different, I've grabbed a piece of Lindrum Pittman 400-pound mono, 2mm Lindrum Pittman prime line. I'm going to just go right in to the rigger, push down, as you can see. No problem at all. If you think that's something tricky and that I'm just good at doing it or something, I literally just picked these up. There's 1.8mm spider line. Spider line is Dyneema with a poly braided sheath essentially around it so that it is knottable. It also holds up really well in the UV, holds up really well against abrasion. We'll stick that in, push it through. No problem at all stringing or restringing our internal outriggers. So we'll put that guy on the scale. So what's next? We've got to connect the top section to the middle section of the outrigger. This is done with a titanium screw. This one's Phillips head drive. That will interface through the middle section into this bushing. That's what the hole's for. We'll put your screw on the scale. Every little bit counts, to us at least. It will for you once you use our product and you understand and appreciate just how much these couple ounces matter. Next up, short rigger exit. It's identical to the long rigger exit. Spector titanium showing off what they can do here. These are polished, indestructible. It's going to look the same years later. So how does the line get into the outrigger to be able to come out, the short and the long respectively? The lines enter the pole at a common point that we call the entry. And this is a machined titanium entry for the LT outrigger. Oh man, I dropped it. I feel like somebody's going to punish me when I drop these things. So much work went into this. I'll give you a close-up. These are not easy things to make, but it's worth it. So this entry is also in the middle section of your pole. Next thing you'll get to is another trim ring. White or black, depending on your color, your outrigger. Since we've got white so far, we'll go ahead and put the white trim ring on the scale. At the bottom of this section, you guessed it, another bushing. But our line is entering the pole here. Our line doesn't have to pass by anything lower than this point on the outrigger. So this bushing is built a bit different. You'll notice it has more than one hole in it. Those are at every 45 degrees so that when you attach these upper sections to the base section, the twist angle can be set every 45 degrees. The reason we care about that is because you got your base stuck into an outrigger mount. The outrigger mount likely has a pin, bolt, screw, something holding that outrigger. The outrigger can no longer be adjusted this way. We call it the twist angle. But to optimize your twist angle on internally rigged outriggers, you've got to optimize your exit angles. So if you were looking at my spread from behind and you were a fish coming at it, this exit angle would be straight back at the baits. 90 degrees different, straight down at the water. But we give you the option to do either of those or in between at 45 degrees. All that can be done with another titanium screw that connects the middle section to the bottom section. So to assemble these poles, you have 2 screws. Your base will come pre-drilled. I just grabbed this as an example because we don't weigh enough yet to really even be significant compared to other products on the market. So I figured I'd show you what's in our base while we're at it. The base of these poles is a really heavy carbon fiber laminate here. The number of plies on this is significantly greater than other folks' products on the market, I'll say. I don't want to call anybody out, but this is what bears the most force for the entire structure. So it is basically overbuilt. This is pressed on. And at that point, it'd be oriented that way because this is the butt section that inserts into your outrigger mount. And our pole rides from here up. And here are your components. So let's get heavier. What can we do? I mean, what are we, a half a pound at this point? There we go, half pound. So this is the biggest difference between the LT and other options you'll see on the market. The LT, depending on your length, the length doesn't change it all that much because, as you can imagine, carbon fiber is very lightweight. So a few more feet is just ounces. But an 18-foot LT is approaching 3.3 pounds in weight. That's less than half the weight of other carbon fiber 18-footers on the market. We don't just sell to be the lightest weight. We're made in the United States. We're lifetime warranty. You can talk through the design. You can talk through the usage with the people who are building the product. That even goes for Spector. Not just us who are machining, wrapping, assembling. So 7 pounds, 6.5, 7 pounds. That's the weight of an aluminum outrigger pretty much. But there are truly carbon fiber outriggers out there that are very popular, and that's what they weigh. I mean, it's not subjective, it's not an opinion. You put them on the scale, that's what they weigh. Put ours on the scale, you're at 3.3, 3.7, 22 footer, 22 LT, 3.7 pounds. Just put them on the scale. Try us out. If you're not happy, we'll buy it back. If you figure out a way to break them, we'll warranty them. So it's pretty straightforward. We just listen to our customers. Our customers are really cool. Ohana Time Designs here in South Carolina made this for us. But I wanted to take a minute also to thank everybody who's been so supportive over the years. That includes all the criticism. Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect yet. So we take it seriously, and we owe you guys a whole lot for getting us where we are, to getting us to a point like this with such a great product. So please keep that up, and we'll keep up what we do as well. Deal? Thanks again.